Hey guys, Ethan here, obviously doing Spike Brothers as you can see with the 4 Mecha Trainer and clearly starting off with 4 Mecha Trainer. Because this is a GB8 Rush deck, you play 4 Mecha Trainer. I did try dropping it to 2 and having one of the new starters from G-BT14. Didn't work out, so 4 Mecha Trainer, obviously, to help you get your Suda 12 heals in deck. 4 Dudley Skimmer, finally a draw trigger with a skill, that gives you soul and stuff. 2 generic draws, so you run 6 draws in total. 3 of the unflipping crit trigger into soul unflip. You need it, but you also, at the same time, I don't think you need it as much as some people say, because we're not playing this isn't dust build, so you don't need all the unflip, that's why you only run 3 instead of 4. 3 Lilaps, you need, like I say, you need the unflips, and you don't really need Lilaps anymore with the GB2 of New Rising. So 3 of each, so that makes 6 crit. 4 heals with the Dudley name, because Bushy Road is silly, and I forgot Jelly Beans was a thing. So, because we've got Dudley name, that means we can have now 12 heals in deck instead of only 8. 1 tier. A lot of people don't have this in their Rising GB8 deck, but you still need it because you still can blast quite a lot, especially with new Rising and stuff, and the new Stride. So, really good as a 1 deck copy. You don't need it anymore. If it goes to damage, you can still deal with it with your counter blasters. You just need to play a bit more carefully. And you don't need more than 1. If we're not playing Dusty, you don't need to see it, and obviously Spikes, you can call it out at any time during your GB8 or during any time. 2 Fate Bomber, really good card. When charged gains 5k, and a skill. When on boost, Soul Blast 2, if you have Vanguard Rising, pay the cost. You may pay the cost if you do. Choose a card from your hand, call it to an open Ray Guard, and counter charge 1. Again, more counter charging, which is why you only need 1 more tier. 1 tier. Charge, really good, and the power isn't on GB1, so if your opponent stays on grade 1 or gets graded on grade 1 and you ride to grade 3, use new Rising skill to call Fate Bomber out. It makes an easy 10k guard. Not only that, it's just a good card in general. Gives you the counter charge, and it is a Soul Blast too, but it's just a really good card to help you with a lot of combos. Next we have 3 Frog Raider. You don't need any more than 3. Like, this is a deck where you can call many things out, so 3 is enough, and if you run 4 it just starts clogging your hand. You want to see it, but 3 is enough. 3 BG. This deck usually kills your opponent before you need more than 3, so 3 is enough. Like, when I ran 4, I only saw it like once or twice a game, so 3 is more than enough, especially with 6 draw triggers and the deck filling that you do with the getting heal triggers into hand. 3 Acrobat, we run 8 grade 3, so you don't need any more than this, and obviously Mecha Training can search it out. 1 Dudley Monty. The Jelly Beans can help get you the 10k that you need, so you don't need more than that, because you run 4 Jelly Beans, so you basically have 5 10ks in deck. You just use Jelly Beans on your first turn to help you get your 10k or a heal trigger from hand, so you got your defensive options if you need it. If you're against like Force for Rush. 1 Poker. People playing 2, it's okay, either 1 or 2, it's up to you, player preference, because 1's decent, but if it goes to damage then you're kind of screwed against Link Joker. I mean, not really completely screwed. Chaos you just have a struggle against if you don't have Poker in hand, but you can still deal with Messiah and stuff pretty easily if you survive the multiple attacks. So 1 Poker because you have plenty of cards in the G zone which are Queer Elemental. 2 Mayhem Tiger, he's been cut down from 4 because his Soul Blast cost is a lot, especially since we've got a lot more Soul Blasting in this deck now, so only 2 Mayhem Tiger. Still best card in the deck I think, so that's why he's only at 2. Pump Cheater, so that's why he's still on the side at 2. Pump Cheater, charge, Soul Blast 1, when this unit's charging attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost, it gets 5k, and then you may pay the cost. If you do, at the end of the battle, you may pay the cost. If you do, you bind it to a face up and then call it to an open rig on the rest, so it helps you fulfill Rising Nova's GBA. If you only have 2 cards on field and both charged, you still get the GBA of GB2, sorry, of Rising, which helps you keep that hand. 3 Laser Blackguard. Charge, GB1, this unit, if this unit is charging, gains 5k. It's a shame the charge is GB1, otherwise it would be really good on your Rising, when you ride Rising. Also GB1, Canvas 1, choose a card from your hand, put it into Soul. When this charging card is put into your deck from Rayguard, pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 non-grade 2 card with a charge ability, call it to an open Rayguard other than the card this was on. So basically, if this card's on your right column, you swing with it, end of turn, goes back, calls them into your left column, and usually it's a new Rising. Call Rising to the column, and then you can, because of Rising skill, you can call a grade 2 left guard sort of thing. So you can keep calling, you can make it just 2 attacks, just combo, because you can use a swing with Rising, Rising goes to deck, a swing with this skill, put at the bottom, call out Rising, call out this. So a really good card that helps. And obviously the 5ks that we're gaining from charge helps you get 21k columns. 12, another 4 heals, essentially. Jelly Beans. I tried running it at 3, didn't work. You need the 4 jelly beans because it's just an extra way of having more heals in deck, and obviously you can search out your Dudley card, your Dudley grade 2, because you reveal it to your opponent, put it back on top of your deck, and you put it on bottom of the deck technically. And if you have Spike Brothers Vanguard, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 or less Spike Brothers with Dudley in its card name, reveal it to your opponent, put it into your hand or shuffle your deck. So it doesn't really matter where you put it, I guess, because you're going to shuffle your deck anyway. So really good card. So that's the way of having 12 heals in deck: 4 Mecha Trainer, 4 Jelly Beans, and obviously 4 heals. Because the heal trigger's got Dudley in its name, so you can search it out with Jelly Beans. 4 Rising Great Star, Giant Rising Great Star. Obviously, I love this guy. Best card in deck, obviously. GB2 skill is really good. People need to stop complaining. They'll probably stop complaining by now, but people need to stop complaining it didn't get a charge skill. Strike skill, sorry. It has charge, which makes it extremely good on its own. And the ride skill, Counterblast 1, choose a card from your hand, put it into soul. When this unit placed on Vanguard or Rearguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 2 or less card with the recharge ability. Call it an open Rearguard, shuffle your deck. And if this unit's charging, gets 3k, so it makes it 14. This with any 7k booster is a 21k column. And the GB2 skill at end of each turn, so yours and your opponent's. If the number of your rear guards is 2 or less, choose one of your rear guards and put it. You may put it into your soul. If you do, draw a card. So as I was saying with Blackguard, what you do is if you're on your GB8 turn and you got Counterblast 3, call Great Star. Great Star skill, Counterblast 1 card soul, call that becomes 5k because it's charging, that becomes 3k, so that's 14 and 15 without the 10k boost for your GB8. And then obviously swing with this for like 24 or something, charge, put it on bottom, swing for 24, this on bottom, and then since that went back, call that out, skill, call that out, so yeah, really, well obviously you have to call it out there first since that was in there, but really good triggers, really good effects and stuff, so the G-BT14, even though we didn't get a single triple rare, it did help the deck, we did get really good stuff. Speaking of other really good stuff we got from G-Set13, Bulbhauer Agrius, one of the best fierce strides we got. Counterblast 1 and choose the first face down card with the same card name as this unit from your G-Zone and turn it face up. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose any number of your rear guards and bind them face up. You don't have to bind all your rear guards if you don't want it, you can only bind 2 or 3. But if 3 or more were bound, if you bound 3 or more cards, you draw a card, which is obviously what you want to do, so you want to bind at least 3. And choose up to 2 cards from your bind zone for each card facing your G-Zone, call them to open rear guards. So obviously if you've got 5 cards left in your G-Zone and you swing and you go into this like second stride or something, you can call all the cards out, which is good. So, but you do need to bind 3 to be able to call and get the draw, so keep that in mind. It is obviously pretty easy to do, but you need to keep that in mind. Next, 2 Supernova. I've seen a lot of people cut this guy, but I just like Nova in general. I just like Rising in general, so I'm keeping him in, and he's also just a free unflipper first stride if your opponent doesn't give you damage to stop your Mecha Trainer or something. So first, it's his first stride that doesn't unflip, and it's SP, so no reason not to win it for me. 1 Merindol, another, just basically the exact same as Cray Elemental to help you get TA off, and it's also a free unflip for your first stride to help you get Cray's face up. So fate doesn't really matter, it's a Cray. Sabreeze, unflip it with anything. Unflip it with either Supernova or Merindol, so then you've got 1 Cray face up, and if you use Merindol and you turn, you've got 2 face up, so you can't charge 2 with tier skill. 2 Figaro. We only use 1, so you might as well run 2. If you're going to go into it in a game, you only go into it once, but I needed a spot and it's shiny. No other reason really to win it more than 1. GB8, heart and soul of the deck. That's the reason why you play unflip G guards and 12 heals, just so you can get the super combo off. Yeah, it's pretty silly. Obviously, you should know what this does because I've profiled it a lot, but one of the best cards in the deck, and like the GB8 for Spike's is like the only deck that's made to become Turbo GB8 because of how silly it is. Not once per turn, and obviously you just attack equal to the number of cards in your hand, which 6 draws, and all the searching you do, it's going to be a lot. Next, we run 2 of the unflip G guard. I know again, like the heart solid deck or whatever, helps you get the GB8 that you need. You only need 2. I don't get why people are playing 8 G guards or something when you only need 5. Any of these well, these 2 technically for your first or second. Yeah, any of these 3 can do. Just screw you, got the GB1. Any of these 3 for your single G guard that you need. And then these 2 to unflip 2, which will give you your 4, 5, and then your first stride, which unflips, will give you your 6 and 7. So then you can GB8 second stride. So yeah, Linus is really good. Unflip any G guard when GB1 when placed, pay the cost if you do. Choose one of your rear guards. And you may put it into your soul, and this unit gains 10k until the battle for every 2 of your opponent's rear guard circles. So it's 46 hit guard. So that's good. Next, 1 screw, it's just a Cray Elemental. a Gleam, it's a Grey Elemental, and it's a decent card because you can, when placed on Guardian Circle, you can discard a card to draw a card. So really good. But the one that I go into most for the first G Guardian is Hecaton Gaius, to help you get the cards you rode or guarded with into your deck again, the charge cards mostly. So when placed in Guardian Circle, choose up to 3 cards for your drop zone with different grades, for your soul or drop zone from different grades, and put them on bottom of your deck in any order. And if you put 3 cards, it gains 10k shield. So we'll turn that in battle. So it's 36 hit guard, one of the better G guards we got. So that will finish it off anyway. So make sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and as always, guys, happy gaming.